Okay, thanks for stopping by. My name is Kareem, and we're going to talk about the difference between an S corporation and a C corporation. Now, a lot of people get confused when they say, well, what's the difference? And some people try to explain it to you, and other people try to tell you their definition of it, and then it'd be way off in left field. But, you know, it's just dealing with taxes. That's it. I mean, first of all, it's just dealing with taxes. We're going to stick right there. So, the status of C corporation and S corporation is taxed. How you want to be taxed different. So a C corporation is taxed twice. S corporation is taxed once. And the reason why it's taxed twice, the C corporation, is because the C corporation is taxed on the net income as well as the shareholders' income. And this S corporation is taxed on the shareholders' income only. So some people like that because the S corp is almost taxed just like an LLC in partnership. So they like that more than just the C corporation. But the C corporation was actually first. That's the original. Because, for instance, when you file your actual C corporation with the state that you choose after you pick out your name, that's the birth certificate of the actual, corporation. Just like you have a birth certificate with your when you came into the world per se, and you got your name, your date, time, and all that good stuff, and who was around and whatnot, the hospital, the doctors, your parents. Same thing with the actual corporation. When it actually is filed with the Secretary of State, the state that you choose, that corporation is born. Now by default, that corporation is a C corporation. A lot of people don't know that. Under Chapter C, the tax code, it actually speaks that all corporations start off as C corporations. So until you file an S status, for S status. So most people, when they actually file a C corporation to incorporate articles of incorporated, when they file it with the state, they hurry up and file it for S status so they can avoid being taxed twice. And you can convert it later. You can wait 10 years and convert it later, but you will hit gains taxes if you decide to do that. Now, I know a few of you might have heard me say before, talking personally, that a C corporation to me is better. It's the original. Before that was actually S corp and LLCs. It was the C corporation, and they have a lot of perks. All of them have their pros and cons, good and bad. But one thing about, and most people would say the C corporation right there, that's a bad thing. But if you understand how to actually utilize and work with a relationship with your tax preparer, then you can actually, avoid a lot of tax issues, when it comes to the C corporation. Being, whether you're being taxed double, it don't really matter if you know how to prepare your taxes and whatnot. And also, this is all legal. It ain't doing nothing illegal at all when it comes to fraudulently and trying to trick them with the taxes. No, you keep your books and whatever. There's also, because you have to understand with certain types of perks, statuses of a entity, like your name, your personal name, and social security number, it comes with negative and pros. S corporation comes with negative and pros. C corporation comes with negative and pros, and LLC as well. But you won't even know unless you read up on these things until you try to go get something, or you try to get a particular privilege, or you try to get a tax break, and you find out, oh, this only qualifies for this particular entity, not this one. So you want to know what direction you plan on going within the next, when you file your corporation. When I'm talking about small businesses and you're starting your corporation up and whatnot, you want to have an actual clear vision on that. I'm actually trying to get in the next 6 to 8 months, I want $40,000, $60,000, $80,000, from 2 or 3 different banks. And then the next 2 years, I want to get $200,000 after that, cash. I'm not talking about home loans and stuff like that. You can get those too, but I'm talking about cash in hand to do what you want with it. This is what I want, and from there, I have a 5-year plan that I'm going to do with this $250,000 plus the money I've left over that I got a year and a half ago in my account. I'm going to be doing these things. I'm going to invest it here. I'm going to invest it there. This is what I'm going to do so I can pay the loans back. So with the next 2 to 3 years after that, I can go after, they'll give me $500,000, to $1 million. And I'm not lying. This is all factual. After a corporation is around for anywhere between 3 to 5 years, you can get $1 million loan. And most people will tell you, you ain't got to wait that long. $1 million cash in hand loan. I'm not talking about a $1 million home. I'm talking about cash. Cashier's check you can take to a bank and cash it. This is the power of corporations. But sticking with the LLC, sticking with the C corporation and the S corp, it's all about tax. So to recap, as soon as you file your articles of incorporated in the state, that's the birth certificate of a corporation. By default, it's a C corporation until you file an S corp status, for S corp status. An S corp corporation is taxed one time on the shareholders level. A C corporation is taxed 2 times on the net income as well as the shareholders' income. So that is the difference between the two. And thank you for stopping by and listening to Kareem. I got more. Stay tuned.